The second most requested topic on a YouTube video for me to do is to go through the day in the life of a physical therapist who works in utilization review. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Philip McGee. I'm a board certified geriatric clinical specialist who works full-time in utilization review. And I help other clinicians who are interested in joining the non-clinical world and leaving clinical care and to see what their options are. And today I'm going to go through the day in the life of a physical therapist who works in utilization review. Unfortunately, I'm not able to show the equipment that I use because that's owned by the company I work for. And I'm not able to go through the software that I use because that is proprietary. But I'll talk to you about what I do throughout the day. When I log into the computer, I work on health plans that are specific to Medicare Advantage members, and I review the medical charts for those that are wanting to go into inpatient rehab. When I log in, I look at the states that I cover, and I select the cases based on when they come in, and I check and make sure that they have all the notes that I need in order to write up the case, to be able to summarize what's going on with the member and whether or not they're appropriate for inpatient rehab, and send it off to the medical director. And so there are different areas of utilization review, just like in physical therapy. There are a lot of different areas that are specialties like pediatric geriatrics, whether it's orthopedic, neurological, women's health. There's a lot of different areas of physical therapy. There's a lot of different areas of utilization review. So I'm just telling you what it's like for me. When I go through the chart, I have to try to decide whether they meet Chapter 1 guidelines. Chapter 1 in the Medicare guidelines, they have 5 specific things that they need to be able to meet in order to be appropriate for inpatient rehab. And if I don't have up-to-date clinicals, I have to call the facility, ask for updated clinicals. And throughout my day, I'm trying to review ideally about 6 different cases from start to finish throughout my day. And during the day, I have to make phone calls. I know for myself, I didn't realize how much I'd be on the phone for this job. But as a pre-service coordinator for inpatient rehab, what I do is after it's been sent off to the medical director, then I have to make phone calls to the inpatient rehab and to the hospital if they're in the hospital, the case manager, and let them know if they need a physician, nurse practitioner, or physician assistant to call into the medical director to provide more clarification as to why they're appropriate for inpatient rehab or not. And the other aspect of my job is that I call in the denials. And since Chapter 1 guidelines are fairly strict, then there are oftentimes calls that have to be made for giving denials. But fortunately, with my job, I always provide the resource of how to do a fast appeals, so that if the member wants to appeal that decision where they've been denied inpatient rehab, they do have that right. And when it comes to other aspects of my job, throughout the day, I'll get phone calls from various areas of the United States that are wanting to know the status of their case, or wanting to know if a member who's already in inpatient rehab can get approved for more days in inpatient rehab. And then also there are times where, unfortunately, a physician, nurse practitioner, PA, they've missed the deadline for a peer-to-peer, and I have to be the one who gives the unfortunate news that they've missed the deadline and the determination's already been made. So there's not much else to do other than to appeal a denial. So overall, my job is to synthesize the information that's in the medical chart. If I don't have all the information that I need, I call and get that information. And then throughout the day, I'm making phone calls, whether that's trying to request a peer-to-peer, or whether it's providing information about a denial. And so this is what it's like as a pre-service coordinator in inpatient rehab. There are other areas of utilization review that either they spend less time on the phone or more time on the phone, and they use different criteria. So for instance, there's a lot of people that work in skilled nursing utilization review. That is a totally different area. But in my everyday life, I am in front of a computer reviewing the charts, and I do get to read a lot of interesting cases, and I make a lot of phone calls and receive a lot of phone calls talking about the status of Medicare Advantage members. So I hope that you found that informative. And I do have a course that's called Nonclinical Utilization Review. I'll put a link in the description. Also, if you're interested in getting into a non-clinical career, but you need some assistance in improving your resume or preparing for an interview, I do provide paid resume reviews and practice interviews. If those are something that you're needing assistance with, I'll put those links in the description. And let me know in the comments if there are any specific topics that you would like me to go over. So thank you very much for watching the video. Please like and subscribe if you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.